Hey guys, I'm Becca. I'm a mental health therapist and Christian soul care coach. And I am asked all of the time, what exactly does a coach do and who can benefit from coaching? And I would love to just share a little bit about my perspective on this for the next few minutes. So, first of all, I believe anyone and everyone can benefit from coaching. I'm a little biased, I promise, but I do think that it is something that absolutely anyone can benefit from. Now, if I were to line up 20 different coaches in front of me, I can almost guarantee that I would have 20 different answers if I asked them the question of what is coaching to you. Because each coach has something that they bring to the table that they believe is more important or that they highlight specifically, right? And that's okay. And that's why it's really important to find the coach that you feel like is going to be the most helpful for the situation in which you are in and for what you're looking for, right? So there are overall life coaches. Life coaches typically help you to identify things in your life that you may need to work on, things that you may want to improve on, right? And then there are specific coaches that do specific things. So like a relationship coach might be a coach that helps you to increase the relationships in your life, increase the kind of relationships that you have, right? They may say, we're going to dive deep into every relationship that you have and make sure that it is the most healthy version of what you want it to be possible, right? A new business coach might be someone who helps you to start a brand new business, and they may be able to walk you through the steps of, the beginning steps of starting the business all the way through launching the business. There might be a coach that is specific for someone who is coming out of an abusive situation, and they're coaching your confidence and coaching you to believe in yourself again, right? So there are all sorts of different coaches that have very specific niches as well as ones that are just overall. But the point of every coach that I have come in contact with, for the most part, the point of a good coach is to help you to not stay complacent. So many times in life, we get to a place where we just survive. And we say, you know what, I'm surviving, I'm okay. I'm not drowning, so I'm doing okay, right? And yet we don't feel like we have a real purpose. We don't feel excited about life. We don't feel like we're going anywhere particular. We're not intentional about where we're going or what we're doing. And so we just kind of drift along and let life pass us by instead of being intentional about where we want to be in the future, to make sure that we have an intentional future. So that is what a coach is supposed to do. And so like when I do coaching, what I do is I break down each and every area of our lives, the biggest areas. I look at relationships. What are your relationships, the quality of your relationships like? I look at your finances. What exactly is going on in your finances right now? I look at your physical and mental and emotional health. What's going on with all of that at this time, right? I look at your work and work-life balance. Do you feel content and happy with that right now? And I really say, okay, so what are these areas that you want to level up and do better? And what are some areas that you feel like are going well and why? And so then I create that accountability as well as that hope. So when you don't have that hope, you can borrow that hope from me. And that's one of the greatest things about a coach, is having that hope and that cheerleader alongside of you to stand there and say, you got this, you can do this, but also that accountability to say, are you still moving forward? Because 6 weeks ago when we first met, you said this is something that you really wanted, but yet you're not going for it, right? And when we live incongruently with who we know that we are, that's when we start to get depressed. That's when we start to get unhappy. That's when we start to get discontent. Because we have to live congruently with who God created us to be. And we were not created to just let life pass us by. We were not created to just sit back and wish for the best and hope for the best. We only have a short period of time on this earth, in this world, and we have to make the most of it. Because someday we will stand before God and we will give an account for what we do. And it is important to say, you know what, I steward all of these things well to the best of my ability. So that to me is what a coach is. It really dives deep and says, how do we make sure that we don't stay complacent and stay where we are and stay where is comfortable for us? Because that's what we tend to do, is stay in our comfortability, right? And how do we get deeper? How do we find that purpose of why God created us, what He created us to do, that thing that sets our soul on fire, that when we wake up in the morning, we're like, this is it. That is the life you deserve to live. Everyone can benefit from a coach. Absolutely everyone can benefit from a coach. Look at your life, see some things that maybe that you can grow in. Contact a coach, contact multiple coaches, see if you can find a good connection with people, see if there's anybody who you're like, yes, this is a good fit. Give it 90 days. Give it 90 days and just see how you feel, and be able to look back and see if you can quantify the way that you're growing, and see if you have some SMART goals that you know exactly you can really look at to say, these are the ways that I've grown, and I promise you it's worth it. Thanks so much, guys. Good luck.